again, that is this Thursday, 6 p.m. at Purpose Life Church, 805 Memorial Boulevard in Springfield. And we were just ending Laverne's show and just starting my show. So I do want to go over a little bit more again about that. But before we do that, I had some questions come in actually to my cell phone last night. And so somebody asked, does this affect, because they had heard that this would affect some homeschoolers maybe down the line. So is that true that it's maybe not happening this phase, but a future phase?
Yeah, they are not included because the homeschool lobby group, if you will, didn't want to be a part of this. So I don't know when or if homeschools will ever be affected by this. So you need to talk to, I think there's a lobbyist group that represents homeschoolers in Tennessee. You need to talk to them, and maybe in the next session, they can pass legislation that allows homeschoolers and homeschool families to participate. We certainly wanted that, and it just was, the argument I think was made that they didn't want any kind of state control over what homeschool parents teach their kids. And I get that, but you have to have some sort of markers to know that you're doing, that your kid is learning what they're supposed to learn, and again, hitting those markers. Are they reading at the grade level that they should be reading? And most homeschoolers, quite frankly, are reading above that. But anyway, homeschooler families, or at least your lobby group, didn't want any kind of state control or state mandates or state whatever, and so that's why they are not included this year in the Education Freedom Scholarships.
Okay, and then is there a difference as far as this year and next year, as far as are these scholarships for ones that are already enrolled, or how does it work if people are already enrolled in one of these schools that they want to use this scholarship for?
Okay, I have to be honest with you on that question. I don't know that I have that answer. It seems like to me that even if you're already enrolled in a private school, you can apply for the scholarship, because again, parents sometimes are working 2 jobs, maybe even 3 jobs to be able to afford to send their kids to private school. So I think you can. You just have to fill out the application, and depending on your salary and how much income you bring in will determine whether or not you qualify. But that is a really good question to ask the Tennessee Department of Education representative that will be there tomorrow night. That is a good question.
Okay, very good. And so somebody actually from the State Department of Education for the state of Tennessee will be there to answer the questions.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And do you want them to RSVP for the meeting?
It would be nice if you do, or you can contact me at I had to think about my number here, 615-308-7013, 615-70, oh my gosh, 615-308-7013. Lee Marie, I need another cup of coffee here, apparently. I don't know my own phone number. But yeah, you can call me, or we have on Facebook, on Americans for Prosperity Tennessee. Just find our group. If you're on Facebook, you can find the event on our Facebook page. And if you want to respond there's a link there where you can RSVP. The only reason why I asked for RSVPs, I'm going to make copies of documents, and I'm going to bring refreshments. You'll at least have some water and maybe some cookies to eat while we're learning about education and these education scholarships. So that's why I asked for folks to RSVP. But if you don't get the opportunity to do that, that's okay. Come to the meeting anyway, because we want to answer your questions as parents in Robertson County. And there are, from my understanding, I believe now 5 schools that have said that they want to take these scholarships. So there are 5 schools to choose from in the Robertson County area. So I think that's fantastic too.
Do you have that list handy or not?
I can find it if if you want to ask some other questions. I can get that information.
No problem. Matter of fact, I can certainly do one of my sponsor breaks right now while you look at that list.
Okay, perfect.
All right, so DK Styles and Tanning is your local favorite for haircuts for everyone of all ages. So they have styling, color, perms, waxing, tans, and right now tanning is only $35 a month or $8 a tan. And so they have both spray tans and tanning beds. DK Styles is a huge supporter of our military and first responders, and they do offer them haircuts for only $20. Their hours are Monday through Friday, 9 to 7, and Saturdays, 8 to 3. DK Styles is located at 3538 Tom Austin Highway in Springfield. You can call today for an appointment at 615-384-8999. 615-384-8999. Be sure to tell them that Lee Marie sent you. And we have Pamela Furr on the line. Did you find that yet?
Well, I'm still looking for it, so stand by. Okay, hold on. Here we go. I need to do the, okay, it looks like Christian Community School, Day Spring Academy, Grace Baptist Academy, South Haven Christian School. They're all registered, and it looks like Ridgetop Adventist Elementary School has shown some interest. They're not tagged as registered, but it looks like they've shown some interest, so they may be registered before too long. So those 5 private schools in Robertson County say they will take those Education Freedom Scholarships for your child. So, yeah, I think that's fantastic.
And I'm very familiar with both South Haven and Grace Baptist, both excellent schools. I'm so excited that they do have room to take some of these. That's wonderful, guys. So if you're just tuning in right now, just want to make sure you know there is a green flyer out on the internet, and it says Education Freedom Scholarships. And so the Pamela Furr is going to be at Purpose Life tomorrow night at 6 p.m. for an information. And, I'm going to go, even though I don't have children, I'm still going so that I can be a resource for of information for
the yes, absolutely. And that, what I'm loving about this is the fact, I don't know if people in Robertson County, maybe you do, but you've got some really great people who may not have children in schools now, but are really passionate about making sure Robertson County kids are getting the best education that they can, and that Robertson County parents get the help that they need to help educate their kids in the best way that they can. So, it's not just, when you think about it, for all of Tennessee, I don't have kids, but I have a vested interest in this because I want to see Tennessee flourish. And I want to see those that are coming up behind me that are much, much younger than I am, these kids get a good education so that they go to college and be what it is that they want to be, fulfill the dreams that they have, and be great citizens of the state of Tennessee. So I want that for my community. And so that's what I love about being involved with this in Robertson County is that, you guys you have a vested interest in your community, and I love that. And so this is a community meeting, if you will, tomorrow night, where you can come as a parent, as a grandparent, or even somebody who has a vested interest in your community and find out more about these Education Freedom Scholarships. Now, you can't apply yet. It's not live yet on the website, but the rumor is the first to second week of May, you will be able to apply. So again, we want to get you the information that you need so that you can get all the documentation that you need, or get all the questions that you have answered, so that when that application process takes place, I think it may be a first come, first serve. I don't know that for sure. We'll ask the Tennessee Department of Education representative tomorrow night. But if that is the case, then you want to have this information ready to go when you fill out the application and turn it into the Department of Education here in Tennessee.
So then it sounds like maybe there's 2 pools, right? One is more income based, and then one is everybody. Is that true? Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
That is true. Yes.
Okay, guys. So it's real important that we get this information. And like she said, like Pamela said, you don't have to be a parent maybe just you're a friend and, you know somebody and they can't make it to the meeting. We'll get out there because the first week of May is coming real soon, guys.
Yes.
And that's interesting.
Time is flying.
Yeah, it is. Christmas will be here before we know it.
Don't say that too loud.
Well, I love Christmas. I start playing Christmas music in like September, so that's just weird. There was one other thing that you had said earlier. Oh goodness, I had a question about that. Let me try to think of what that was. So the scholar. Oh yes. So you said that if the state of Tennessee does not, parents or grandparents, whatever, if they don't apply for all 20,000 of these scholarships, then we're capped at that amount for next year, right?
Because
I heard that only increased 5,000 if we used all of them this year.
I have no doubt that all 20,000 are going to be used. So, because it's statewide, obviously. So, but I have not heard that. So that is not a question that I can answer, but I have no doubt all 20,000 will be zapped up pretty quickly. And then next year, we add another 5,000 to it, etc.
Okay.
And one of the questions that I'll probably ask of the representative from the Department of Education is, do you have to reapply every year? I think that's an important question that I don't have the answer to. So I'll be asking that question tomorrow night as well. And, again, this is informational. So no question is off the table. Ask whatever you need to ask tomorrow night, and become a better equipped parent or community member just by attending, I think.
Right, and it would make sense that if a child is like, okay, now they're in South Haven, it would make sense that you wouldn't want to pull them out after they do 1 year. So it makes sense that they would have a priority over the scholarships for the next year.
That I can't answer, but it would make sense. You are right.
Okay. Well, yeah, y'all write down your questions, contact your friends, and let them know about this information seminar. And Pamela, I'm so glad that you're coming to town. That is just so awesome of you to come all the way to Robertson County and to bring somebody from the State Department of Education. That is awesome. And so again, if you all want to contact Pamela, her phone number is 615-308-7013, 615-308-7013. Tell her you're coming. Tell her how many people are coming. Or you can email her, right, if you want to email her.
Yes, you can do that. Yep.
At
TFURR@AFPHQ.org, or just go on to Facebook and find the event. You can find us at Americans for Prosperity Tennessee. If you find our Facebook page, the event is there. You might have to scroll a minute, but you'll find the event. You know what? I might even just pin it to the top.
Oh, that would be great.
Yeah, that just hit me. I'll pin it to the top. And if you click on that, you'll find the link to register. That way I know how many people are coming, so I know how many cookies. I'm obsessed with cookies this morning. How many refreshments to buy, but how many documents to print out. Because I'm going to print out some informational documents as well to pass out to everybody.
Very good. Now, do you have just a couple minutes to tell us about Americans for Prosperity for those people that don't know about that group?
Sure, I'll be happy to do that. Americans for Prosperity, and let me tell you, we are a group that empowers every American to pursue their version of the American dream. So we're the premier grassroots advocacy organization because we believe Americans are capable of extraordinary things when we have freedom and opportunity. So we try to empower you to pursue your version of the American dream. And obviously that applies to these education freedom scholarships. That way children in the state of Tennessee can be empowered to get the best education that they can get. The parents are empowered because they don't have to, work 4 jobs to be able to afford to send their kids to a school that's going to help them thrive. And that gives everybody, again, the opportunity to pursue their version of the American dream. So that's what Americans for Prosperity is all about. We fight for policy that makes you more free, We fight for policies that fit inside the Constitution, and we fight for policies that help you as a Tennessean. We were very successful this year during the legislative session. They gavelled out last night. So very successful in passing quite a few things. The Education Freedom Scholarship was one of them. And the other one, which is real important, is banning a statewide property tax. It passed by a two-thirds majority. So now to get it off the Constitution, our state Constitution, it now goes to the governor's ballot in 2026. So you get the opportunity to say you do not want a statewide property tax. People ask, well, do we have one now? We do, but it's at zero. So you're not paying a statewide property tax, but it's there, and we don't want any crazy lawmaker down the line to say, well, we need more money, so we're going to start taxing your property, and the state collects it. You know, you've got your county property taxes, but this is the statewide property tax. It's at zero, but we're trying to get it a constitutional amendment to get it off our Constitution. Yeah. So we were successful in that this year, and now it goes to the ballot. So anyway, that's what Americans for Prosperity is all about. Thank you for asking that question.
Okay. And then just to clarify, because I know some people get confused when they're voting on something, but it's a ban. You know, like, well, don't go and vote for the property tax. No, you're voting to ban it. And not
from our Constitution. Yes, okay. Get rid of it altogether, like we did with the state income tax.
Gotcha. Very good. Well, thank you for all of that you're doing. This is just so exciting. So I know a lot of you out there listening, you're like, oh, it's Pamela Furr. We know her. We love her. So yeah, tomorrow night, if you haven't met her yet, you can come on out 6 p.m. to Purpose Life Church and meet her. And wow, this is so exciting. All right. So one more time, tell them what the meeting is before we go on to the next segment.
Sure. It is an informational meeting about the Education Freedom Scholarships. If you're a parent or a community member, come and bring your questions, and we're going to tell you exactly what you need to apply for these scholarships. A member of the Tennessee Department of Education, a representative, will be there to answer your questions. I'll try to answer what I can, and together you'll walk out of that room empowered to be able to apply for these things.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Pamela. We will see
you
all tomorrow night.
Yes, ma'am. Okay, bye.
Bye-bye. All right. Excellent job. There she goes. So this is Lee Marie on 1100 WSGI, and this is Wednesday, which means the Go Show. I always give you some dates to add to your calendar, and boy, are there a lot of things coming up. Matter of fact, a lot of things on the same day. I wish people would check that out. But anyways, that's okay. We just have a lot of choices, right? As you know, I usually on my Facebook page, I will list a whole bunch of events. I'll just share them. That's why I love when churches and groups that have family-friendly events make event invites on them, because it's a lot easier to search for those and tell people about those. So I have shared a bunch. And for those of you that missed Monday's show, I actually was on Laverne's show on Monday talking about some as well. So I might not cover all the same things. So if you want more information on more events, you can always go to WSGI's Facebook page or website or a phone app and listen to that show, because I covered a lot of things, and I probably won't cover everything exactly the same. But I'm going to go through my Facebook page, because that is the easiest thing for you to follow. So if you go to Lee Marie, it's just LeeMarie. My profile picture is a round circle that is white, and in the middle in black it says rule number 1. Underneath that, it says, put God at the center of everything. So that is my reminder to myself. Anyways, that is my Facebook page. So if you want to pull that up, you can scroll there with me on some of the upcoming events that are happening either in Robertson County or very close to Robertson County. Tomorrow at 10 a.m., and I just found this morning, there is a wildflower walk, and this is going to be at 2308 Rotary Park Drive in Clarksville. And so it says, join us on a leisurely walk through our ADA Creekside Trail. Your guide will point out native species of wildflowers and identification techniques along the way. Bring a camera to capture the beauty of Rotary Park. This program is suitable for anyone interested in learning more about wildflowers. So we will be walking out and back on the paved trail, and it's a 1/4 mile each way. Participants will meet the guide at the Creekside Pavilion to start your hike. And so this is just sounds so cool. It's only from 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. tomorrow. And so this is being put on by the Montgomery County TN Parks and Rec. All right, so that is tomorrow. And I also shared that on the homeschool pages because I think that's really great. Okay, so this is a little ways off, but let me tell you guys, if you're going to be participating, you're going to want to start your efforts right now. And that is, I don't know if some of you, I think Linda, I don't know if you went or not. I know a lot of my friends did go when they had that big consignment sale over at the center. It was a month ago now. Anyways, there's a procedure where you can put your things into the sale. And for doing that, which is really cool, it's probably the coolest thing of it is you get an advance ticket to go in before the public goes in. But anyways, you can get some amazing deals on things. And like I got some stuff that was absolutely brand new and for amazing prices. So they're going to be doing it again. And the reason why I'm telling you about it right now is because if you're going to be a consigner, there are a lot of hoops to go through as far as tagging and how they want stuff on the hangers and how to enter stuff into the computer and all that. It is a long process. So I would have put in more things if I knew how detailed the process was. But anyway, the next consignment sale is going by the same statement group is going to be at the Robertson County Fairgrounds. And so this is for fall and winter clothing. So fall and winter sale. And this is going to be July 30th to August 3rd. So again, I know it's a ways off, but if you are interested in participating, you're going to want to read all of the instructions right now. Let me just tell you. So so you can shop and get 50 to 80% off retail prices. And a lot of designer stuff was there. So anyways, just wanted to post that early. Okay, some other stuff coming up. Today is Wednesday, which means that is midweek study time. There are so many amazing churches in Robertson County. It's impossible for me to pick one, but I've picked 3. Anyways, tonight, Shannon and John Baumgardner are doing another one of their Biblical Foundations of Freedom classes. These are standalone classes. They do a series of classes, but I always want to remind you that each one is standalone, and believe me, they are. It's at 6:45 p.m. over at Grace Baptist Church in Springfield. And so on Wednesday nights, Grace has meals at 5. They're $5 meals. You do need to get a ticket ahead of time. Believe they still may have some available on their website, but you can check. But anyways, they do a $5 meal at 5, 6 o'clock. No, 5:45. They do prayer time for 15 minutes, and 6 o'clock is their regular midweek service. And then 6:45, they have breakout classes for, and Shannon and John are one of those breakout classes. So they have a great, oh my gosh, there's other stuff going on at the same time that it's so hard to pick one. But anyways, I do highly recommend the Biblical Foundations of Freedom class. It is a life-changing series, and it is based on the ministry of Wellspring Ministries. And Shannon and John just opened Wellspring Ministries of Springfield, and they're doing counseling with families and individuals and just having amazing results. Why? Because it's very biblically based. It is all based on scripture. And so is the book, Biblical Foundations of Freedom. It's by Art Matthias. I know I saw one copy left at Crossroads when I was there yesterday, so you can pick it up over there. But if you join the class, if you come to class, you get the book for $5 because Grace Baptist is subsidizing the rest of that. So really great deal. But again, please tell anybody that has tonight, if they're not already going to some type of a church thing at 6:45, get them on out to Grace Baptist. Also, what I want to tell you is I was at a few churches this Easter weekend, and inside the fellowship hall at Grace Baptist, the walls are lined with amazing baskets, the biggest baskets I have ever seen for a silent auction in my life. And so you can bid on those tonight. You can go in there, silent auction, clipboards are all out. Like I said, there are amazing prizes, amazing deals in there. And so you can go in and put bids on that. And then it's going to be closing 1 o'clock this coming Sunday because they're going to be doing where did it go? Well, anyway, they're going to be doing their live auction at 1 o'clock this Sunday. And that's also when the silent auction items will stop. So again, all of the money for this auction is going to the missions ministry. So what a great way to sow into the kingdom and get some cool stuff at cool deals, right? So that's over at Grace Baptist. Again, that big auction, which you do not have to be a member to go to that, is this coming Sunday at 1 p.m. over at Grace on Walling Road, just off of Tom Austin Highway. It's that church way up on the hill. They're also one of the church schools that is accepting the Freedom Scholarships. So that is Grace. All right. So much going on. Oh, goodness. Do I have enough time? Okay, I'm going to try. American Legion is having their final turkey shoot this coming Saturday. So it starts at 8 a.m., goes till about 11 or 12. And here's the thing, guys. Even if you're not going to come out and be a part of the fundraiser and shoot and try to win cool meat stuff, you can come out and support our veterans by helping to put up the paper targets, okay? It's a turkey shoot, but they're not shooting live turkeys, okay? They're shooting paper turkeys. And every time at the end of the round, we need people to go up on all of those posts and put new papers up. And so we really need volunteers to show up for this. So again, it is at the American Legion Post 45, which is 2730 Highway 41 South in Greenbrier. I think you all know where the American Legion is because every second Monday, the Second Amendment Club meets there. We have a great time, guys, and we always eat at 6, and we always have a speaker at 6:30. We're usually done by 8, and that's a great time of fellowship. I know a lot of you guys have seen I usually go live on my Facebook feed during the buffet so everybody can see all the good food that they're missing if they're not there. But anyway, our Second Amendment group is called Tennessee Firearms Association, and our particular chapter is the Robertson County chapter. So you're welcome to come to that at any point. It is a free, all ages type of event. Oh goodness, there are a lot of things. Okay, Brother T sent me some stuff, and I know he's listening, so I have to do his stuff. Okay, Sunday, April 27th. All right, let me bring this up here. Where are my glasses? One problem about having clear glasses is if you put them down, you can't find them anywhere. Okay, the Lefevre, I guess that's how you say it. Quartet is going to be here from Alabama. And this is, again, Sunday, April 27th at 6 p.m. And that is going to be at Oakland. Oh, good. Oakland Baptist Church on Highway 76. But that's not really that far into Highway 76, not by the scary part. It's still kind of more in our area. So that is going to be, I'm sure he's laughing right now. That is no admission, but they will do a love offering for this group. They are coming from Alabama, and they are amazing. So I want to go to this 6 p.m. Oakland Baptist Church this Sunday. All right, I'm going to go to that because it's not out in the scary part of the street. Okay. All right, so much more. Let's see, where did the list go? Here it is. Okay, so that is the first one coming up. Then May 8th, the Freemans are going to be at the Unity Church, and that's at 2635 New Hall Road at 7 p.m. And again, that will be an offering for admission. Oh boy, this is something is definitely going to be on my calendar. June 6th, the Dixie Echoes. I love them. They're going to be at Unity, 2635 New Hall Road at 7 p.m. Oh, I've heard of this group, the Higher Calling. They're coming June 8th. Madison Free Will. Is that, Brother T, you have scribbly writing. I can't tell if that's 7 a.m. or 9 a.m. I'm thinking it's 7 a.m., but it's going to be in the morning, so you can check with him. And I'm not going to go too far down this list, but I do want to say the Mark Trammell Quartet because I love them, and I love Ebenezer, and that is going to be July 10th, Ebenezer at 7 p.m., Mark Trammell Quartet. Speaking of Ebenezer, I got to tell you something else exciting. Here we go. Our anniversary, our 75th anniversary is going to be over at Ebenezer Baptist. So stay tuned for those details. It's going to be 3 p.m. on Saturday, July 26th. And So, anybody that you know that has been affiliated with WDBL or WSGI, please tell them about this. It's going to be 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. on Saturday, July 26th at Ebenezer. And so we'll get you more information on that. Also, if you want to be one of the sponsors for this, please let us know because we are collecting sponsors right now for that. All right. Thank you, Miss Linda. All right. Let me tell you about a couple more great people here. Ridgetop Mower. You want to see Ridgetop Mower for your parts and service. They have pickup and delivery, and they also can remove equipment for free. So I know some of you got these things that are not working and you're not interested in fixing because it's probably going to cost more money to fix than anything. So you know what? Gary can pick it up. So give Gary a call. You can get your mower serviced. I know everybody is mowing right now. Gary is located at 1100 Matthews Street in Springfield, and they're open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m., and Saturday, 8 a.m. to noon. And you can get 10% off if you tell them that Lee Marie sent you. So that's 10% off parts and labor. So Gary at Ridgetop Mower is 615-855-0044. Again, that's 615-855-0044. And tell them Lee Marie sent you. Also, you can get these cool WSGI retro-looking stickers over at Ridgetop Mower. So it's right next to Ace. I know y'all know where Ace is. So you can find Ridgetop Mower. So make sure you service your mower. You know, I see some people like buying new mowers all the time because they don't take care of their mower. You need to blow the grass all off of it. You need to make sure you get an oil change regularly. Take care of that thing. Those things are expensive. All right. Also, there's a yard sale at Unity Free Will Baptist this Saturday at 11 o'clock. Thank you, Brother T. And on my way here, I was also noticing New Chapel Church is having a yard sale this coming Saturday as well. Those are fun, guys. You know, it's fun to see what kind of deals you can get, but really, I just have fun talking to people. You know, I've met some amazing people just driving along and stopping and talking to people, but that's just kind of how I am. Anyways, I do also want to tell you about UPS because it is graduation time for your seniors. And so a lot of you are like, oh no, I didn't order my invites. I don't even know how to create that. I'd like to put a sign in our yard, da-da-da-da-da. All right, UPS can help you. They got someone who can design it for you. Just walk in and tell them what you need. So they also do packing and shipping, of course. They have office products, business cards, blueprints they can do. They also can do document shredding. And I know a lot of you guys are cleaning out stuff right now because all of the stuff is out on the streets in Springfield because the city's coming by and picking up all that stuff. Well, I know you also have some papers that need shredding. So go ahead and go see them. And I believe, you want to make sure, oh my goodness, really, 20% off postcards and invitations. They have a coupon, guys. Nice. That is UPS. So make sure that you go in there. Say, okay. And you can also enter a drawing for a $250 Amazon card. Wow. Okay. Get into UPS. It is right over there on Memorial Boulevard, 513 Memorial Boulevard. They are great sponsors of WSGI and just a great family as well. All right, lots of stuff. All right, trying to do everything here. Okay, we did that. All right. Okay, so we do know that the Kilgore Festival is coming to town in May 17th and 18th, I believe, or is that 16th and 17th? Okay, here it is. It fell on the ground. Okay, Friday, May 16th and May 17th, Kilgore. You have got to get this on your calendar, guys. So my favorite part is the dance at night because it is so much fun. Plus the Tennessee rhythm dancers, they do an amazing job. And so May 16th, 5 p.m. starts the fiddle contest, but also any instrument. So if you have got kids 14 and under, they will be in a group there. And then clogging is going to be 14 and under, and then also 15 and up. So several contests to take advantage of. And this is just a great wholesome thing to get your kids involved in. Bring them out because then next year they may want to do that. And they may want to take some lessons over at Springfield Guitar or from Cheryl. There's so many talented people in this county. It's not even funny. Okay, so Friday, May 16th is the big night of Kilgore, 5 p.m. And then again, after the contest is the barn dance, and Cheryl is the caller. She is fabulous, super fun. You don't need any experience. You don't need a partner. Just show up. I'll be there, and we'll have a great time. And then Saturday, May 17th, the music starts at 11 a.m. All right, check out these bands that they're having: Tennessee Bluegrass Band, Kings Highway, Strings and Beans, South Union, of course, Ridgetop Ramblers, and then, of course, Larry and Cheryl Chun and A Step Ahead. This is the best thing, guys. And you know what? $10 for both days? That is way underpriced, but that is awesome. $10 for both days of this Bluegrass Festival, guys. Get out. And children 12 and under are free. And this is rain or shine. They have a huge tent. So, if it does rain, we just go under that tent. So they have also vendors, and they do still have some vendor booths available for that, guys. So this is a great way to meet people as well. So Kilgore Park, this is at 150 Kilgore Trace in Cross Plains. I have to say that because we now have people listening from all over, and I get texts afterwards saying, I'm in Alabama, but I want to come to that Bluegrass Festival. Tell me where it's at. It's at Kilgore Park in Cross Plains. So this is amazing, and I want you guys to go to that. Now, there are some other things that are happening that day. And I know that the Laverne went over that. My Father's House is doing their first annual car show, and that is going to be 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. And then Operation Shoulder to Shoulder, supporting our military on Armed Forces Day, which is May 17th, is going to be also at the Robertson County Fairgrounds. So I know that we have a lot of things. Matter of fact, I do want to remind you, May is Military Appreciation Month, okay? And it's not just because Memorial Day, all right? You got Armed Forces Day, you got about 5 or 6 military holidays in the month of May. So please, guys, if you are a business, offer a special. If you aren't already offering specials to our military, which I know a lot of people do. I know, thank you, DK Styles, you guys do. But please consider doing that, because May, especially in the month of May, or maybe you want to do something extra in the month of May for our military, okay? But be a part of that. Okay. Let me get back to this. Let me get back to my Facebook page. Okay. Yes, so we got a lot of yard sales going on. Let's see here. Let me pull that back up. Here we go. Kiwanis. Okay, Kiwanis is doing their their annual pancake breakfast coming up. And that is going to be the first Saturday of May. There's a lot of stuff actually on the first Saturday of May, because also that is when the Robertson County chapter of the GOP meets, and they also meet at Purpose Life Church, which is 805 Memorial Boulevard. They meet at 8:30 for potluck breakfast, and then 9 o'clock they have their program. Okay, also this Saturday, which lots of stuff going on this Saturday, 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. is the Cheatham County FFA plant sale. So that's at 1 Cub Circle in Ashland City. And, that's not that far from here. And I love when these FFA groups do these plant sales. Let me tell you, those plants are so good, and they last. Like, the best plants that I had I got them from an FAA club over at the Cedar Hill Farmers Market. So I'm definitely interested in this. So this is this Saturday, 8 a.m. to 1. And so it is the CCCHS horticulture students have worked very hard to bring you a wonderful selection. So again, that is at 1 Cub Circle, Ashland City, and that is this Saturday. All right, spring is in the air. Greenbridge Chamber is doing their Spring in the Briar, and that is going to be Saturday, May 3rd, 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. And that's going to be around Golly G's. So that is 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. Again, if you want to go to my Facebook page, I'm just scrolling down there right now since time is running out and I have so many more things to talk about. Sunday, May 4th, South Haven is doing Friend Day at 116 Academy Drive. So that's going to be a free lunch. And let's see, is it? Oh, wait, no, wait. $7 per person. Sorry. It is a delicious meal for everyone. Choose between Al Pastor, taco plate. Okay, so it looks like it's $7. But first-time visitors, your meal is free. I knew I saw free on there somewhere. Oh, by the way, South Haven, I hope you guys went out and saw Lamb of God musical this weekend. It was Saturday night and Sunday on Easter. I went Saturday night. Absolutely fabulous. South Haven people, you guys did an amazing job. They had over 100 people participating in this, and it was wonderful. They do an amazing job, guys. So make sure you get that on your calendar for next year. They also do a great Christmas one as well. Okay, Sunday, May 4th is shoebox packing for you. This is great because Ebenezer Baptist is very involved with Operation Christmas Child. Matter of fact, they just did a yard sale and got money for sponsoring that. But anyways, they're actually having a speaker Sunday, May 4th from 5:30 to 7:30 talking about how to pack really great shoe boxes for Operation Christmas Child. So it's the Brumbelows. It's a pastor and his wife from a small church in Texas who have packed over 10,000 shoe boxes in the last 10 years. And so you can learn their secrets to sharing the love of Jesus through a few simple gifts packed in a shoebox. So that's really cool that they're coming out for that. And of course, I have pictures of my fabulous dogs over at Robertson County Animal Control, guys. They are full of dogs right now, and some amazing ones. Matter of fact, I saw a little black one just dropped off that was very well-mannered. So you want to get over there if you need to be rescued by one of these furry friends. Robertson County Animal Control has some really precious babies right now. All right, I'm going to read this real quick. 7 benefits of volunteering. All right. 1, reduces stress. 2, combats depression. 3, prevents feeling of isolation. 4, increases confidence. 5, gives a sense of purpose. 6, ignites passion. And 7, makes you happy. So guys, some people wonder, like, why am I so positive? Why am I so happy? I love to volunteer, and I volunteer for a lot of groups because, I mean, this is it here, right here, guys. So many benefits. I just can't recommend it enough. Try it if you haven't tried it, because it seems, and like a lot of people know, it seems to be always the same people. I'm not complaining. We're getting all the blessings from it. We're getting those 7 benefits of volunteering when some of you guys aren't getting any of those. So I'm just saying there's a lot of things to volunteer at. Oh, here's a perfect example. This coming Saturday, Clean Up Springfield. All right. That wasn't next in my queue, so let me scroll down and find the details on that. I just got inspired because I know it's this Saturday. And, you know, I wish it was a little bit longer because it's really not very long. But anyway, you can scroll down on my Facebook page and find it. I only have less than 10 minutes. I still have a lot of stuff, so let me keep going here. Okay, goodness. Of course, Well in the Square. All right, so Cindy's class, goodness. Cindy's total body fitness class with Cindy Norton. A lot of you know her from South Haven. She's amazing. She has bands for everyone. You get your own little package of band. You can pick your little coloring of carrying case. And every Monday at 10 a.m. to 10:30, it's only $5. And she is doing this total stretching class. I love this class. All right, it's at 600 South Main Street, right next to Crossroads Christian Bookstore. If you need to get a hold of Cindy, her number is 615-589-6780. 615-589-6780. That's 10 to 10:30 every Monday. Following that 11, you can join my line dance class. We're having a lot of fun. We're making a lot of friends. Let me tell you, I already have some lifetime friends that I've met in that class. So it's $10 for one or $99 for a 12-class punch card. I am doing them on Mondays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays at 11 a.m. And then I'm also doing Tuesday nights at 5:30 p.m. So you can come to any of those. So that would be tomorrow. You can go tomorrow's Thursday. Also on the night of the Friday night market, which that is right around the corner. Friday night market, first Friday of May. That's the kickoff, guys. And Buzzy Pool and Friends is going to be the band. Super excited. I'm also going to be doing some line dancing right before that, probably starting about 5. I'd say maybe 5 to 5:30. Let's do some line dancing over inside Crossroads. So you can text me or you can private message me on Facebook. Is probably the easiest way to get hold of me. Okay, getting back to some other stuff though. This Saturday, 8 a.m. to 1 p.m., Pleasant View Village is having a neighborhood yard sale. There's a lot of stuff going on in Pleasant View and Ashland City this weekend. I know that. Okay, so that is around the Village Square. So you can check that out. There's a link on my website. Spring vendor event, April 26th. Oh, okay. This is at the Pleasant View Event Center, 1000 Civic Court in Pleasant View. That's 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. So a bunch of vendors are going to be set up inside there. Tonight at 7 p.m., the Newsboys are playing out in Nashville. I don't know if there's still tickets left, but I used to love the Newsboys. Matter of fact, we danced to one of the Newsboys songs in my class. Okay, so let's see. Someone else. Oh, thank you very much. People are advertising the Cool Barn Dance. Excellent. Kids Day at the YMCA this Saturday, guys. Free event at the Robertson County Family YMCA. It's at 3332 Tom Austin Highway, Springfield. I don't want to hear this griping. You know, on some of these hip sites, people are like, I don't have friends. I've been here 5 years. I don't know when I hear this whining. And then I look and I see all these events that are happening, and most of them are free. Get out and go to something and you'll meet people. Sorry. Was I on a soapbox? Anyway, they're doing Healthy Kids Day. So have a blast. Come on down to the farm. It's a down on the farm themed type. They're going to do crafts. They're doing line dancing. Oh, cool. And more. It's free. It's Saturday from 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. They're going to have game, vendors, snacks, crafts, fun. So that is being put on by the YMCA right here on Tom Austin Highway. Okay. Family fun night. I think that already happened. Yep, that already happened. Okay, this Saturday, I want to get these folks on to talk. Okay, so Not Enough Quilts and Fabric. I don't know if you've heard of them. It's not KNOT. They're going to be doing a free open sew Saturday. So if you have some unidentified flying objects, they're calling them, okay, projects that haven't been finished yet, and you need some extra inspiration, you can go and sew with the group. It's 10:30 a.m. to 2 p.m. They do this every fourth Saturday unless otherwise posted. And it's free, guys. So you can use the space to spread your stuff out. You can use it to organize your stuff. You can, probably get some feedback from some of the other people there. Say, hey, I'm doing this. Am I doing this right? This is at Not Enough Quilts and Fabric. It's at 5017 New Hope Court in Springfield. All right. They're also tomorrow, they're going to do I think it's them. Let's see. Yes, same group, but this is, yes. Tomorrow they're doing Featherweight 221 workshop. So this is from 1 to 5. It's about, there is a charge for this one. It is about servicing your own sewing machine. So that's pretty cool. Oh my goodness. Okay. I only got 5 minutes left. I do need to talk about some more sponsors. Linda, which sponsor do I have left? Oh, I think I know. But while I find that, and I look for that, I do want to remind you that the first Thursday of every May, every year, is National Day of Prayer. And so this coming National Day of Prayer, which is Thursday, May 1st at 7:30 a.m., we are going to be meeting on the courthouse stairs right here in Robertson County at the beautiful courthouse. I absolutely love that courthouse. It is so beautiful. And I remember when the girls, when they had that contest for the T-shirts, and the little girl that drew the picture of the courthouse, when she won and she was accepting the award, she said that the thing that she loved about the courthouse is wherever she was in the county, if all of a sudden she saw the courthouse or just the tip of it or something, she knew how to get home because that was like her beacon. And so I love that story because, sometimes, especially new people in town, they might get a little turned around, can't remember which way they're going. Look up and see if you see the beautiful Robertson County Historic Courthouse. Okay, because then you are close to the square. And if you can find the square, you can find anything. All right, lots of great stuff in the square. All right, Southside. Okay, that is the other sponsor I need to tell you guys about. So spring is in full bloom at Southside Drug. They want to remind you that they are ready to serve you with not only their full service pharmacy, but also with locally sourced unique gifts. So many local makers and bakers now have their goods inside Southside. So you never know what's going to pop up there. Maybe some delicious homemade bread or fresh flowers. So stop in and soak in some hometown charm at Southside. They're located at 1000 South Main Street in Springfield. Their store hours are Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. and Saturday, 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. For more information, you can visit southsidedrugco.com. And so let's see, we have 5 sponsors. So let me see if I did them all. We had Southside, UPS, DK Styles, Ridgetop Mowers. Oh, I think there's one more, Linda. You're going to have to figure out who that is. Going to have to look and see. All right. If I, you know what? I can look in here. Anyways, if you are not listening to WSGI all the time, you really should be because Brother T has done an amazing job picking out cool songs. And so I know our radio station actually goes dark at 6. So it comes on at 6 a.m. It goes dark at 6 p.m. Thank you very much. I love Linda. I don't know what I would do without Linda. Okay, I'll talk about that next. Anyways, the radio station starts at 6 a.m., goes off at 6 p.m., but you can listen, now that we have the app, you can listen 24/7. So no matter what kind of phone you got, get the app because super fun songs on there. And Linda is so awesome. She just reminded me who my other beautiful sponsor is. And there's a reason actually why I wasn't talking about them in the beginning. They're having a fishing rodeo for kids this Saturday. And so I said, hey, do you want to come on and talk about that with Laverne? They said, well, actually, we're having a really huge turnout of registration. See what happens, guys, when you advertise on WSGI? That is what's happening. And I better put this on manual because I have a feeling something's going to happen here. Okay. Better stop that. All right. That's what happens when you advertise on WSGI. All of a sudden, your events get all filled up. So they are having a fishing rodeo this Saturday, but it's really close to being. So I'm not going to tell you any details about it. Hopefully, you already signed up. So anyways, but Coldstream Camp, I do want to tell you because I went over there yesterday because I took some of my friends who are interested in having a camp over there. And let me tell you, it is just so beautiful. I got to see another cabin over there that I had not seen before. And so, guys, it is such a beautiful place to have your church retreat. Or if you have just a small like women's group that you want to do something just on a small time basis, you can do either one. So get out to Coldstream and see what they're all about. It is not that far, guys. It is like 17 minutes from the square, okay? But you would swear you were just, somewhere completely different because it's really tucked away well. So it is at 4730 Goodman Road in Adams. Again, that's 4730 Goodman Road in Adams in Tennessee. And their phone number is 615-696-2208. And you can go to coldstreamchristiancamp.org to see all of their information, because they do have the price listings there and all that. And then also they have a bunch of cool camps coming up for the kiddos, guys. How awesome is that? They got the fire pit, they got a beautiful lake, they got kayaks and the vests that you wear, the safety vests, that's all included. When you rent the whole campground, you get the huge fellowship hall and you get access to those kayaks and a beautiful lake and you can fish. It is absolutely beautiful. Check out Coldstream. And of course, make sure you tell them that Marie sent you. All right, it is time to sign off already. I know I didn't go over everything. There's still there's a women's brunch over this Saturday, if that's the 26th at 10 a.m. over at North Springfield Baptist Church. There's a ton of stuff. I'm going to try. The stuff I didn't mention, I'm going to try to go on my Facebook page and share that because, again, get out and meet friends and invite people to this stuff. Be like, hey, I want to go to this, but I don't want to go by myself. Can I pick you up? It's that easy, guys. If you don't have friends, go be a friend, okay? I love you all. God bless. Thanks for putting up with me. This has been 1100 WSGI, and I'm going to see some of you tonight over at Grace Baptist. God bless. Make it a great day.